Loves to talk about fire safety. If we could have a nice warm welcome for Bob.
Thank you very much. Wow, there's a lot of people here today. Let's find out. If you're here today, raise your hand. Let's find out who showed up. Wow, that's quite a few. All right, put your hands down. Let's see. If you're not here, raise your hand. Let's see here. The same amount of people. Well, isn't that amazing? All right. Can't figure out why it's so crowded in here, though. Okay, maybe they'll show up later on. Okay, well, today we're going to talk about fire safety, and I brought a friend of mine to help me out today, and his name is Inspector K9, and he travels around with me talking to boys and girls, and he's kind of funny. He'll make you laugh a little bit, but today is a special day because today is his birthday, and he doesn't know it's his birthday, so it's kind of a surprise, and he's behind this table here getting dressed, putting his clothes on, and he has to get dressed just like everybody else, so I have to go see if he's ready. Just a second, I'll be right back. I'll bring him out. Just a second. All right, and you just sit right there. Just, okay, all right. Okay, all right, Inspector. This is my friend, Inspector K9, and doody-doody-doody-doody-doo. Inspector, doody-doody-doody-doody-doo. Yeah, doody-doody-doody-doo. This is a doody-doody-doody-doo. Doody-doo. Inspector, you know, we have to do a show. It's dark in here. Here. You can't see because you have your hat over your eyes. Look. Who are they? They're boys and girls. Boys and turtles. No. No, they're boys and girls. Oh, yeah. Yep. And they go to school here. No. Yeah, do you go to school, Inspector? Yeah, I go to doggy school. You go to doggy school? Yeah. Well, how do you stand in school? Oh, in the corner. No. Well, let me ask you a question about school then, Inspector. Let me ask you a math question. Let's say you had $2 in this pants pocket. Yeah. And $3 in that pants pocket. Yeah. What would you have? Somebody else's pants on. No. Let me try a spelling question. Maybe that would be better. Spell the word cat. Cat? Word. No. I want you to spell the word cat. Oh, you can do it? You can do it. Yep. Well, we'd like to hear you do it. Okie dokie, here it goes. All right, go ahead. Doody-doody-doo. Inspector, spell the word cat. Didn't I do it? No, you didn't do it. I'll help you out. The first letter is C. Oh, yeah, C. Yep. C. What comes after C? D. That's the alphabet. No, it's C-A. C-A. Yeah. And what's at the end of it? The tail. Never mind. Well, Inspector, I see you're dressed as a fireman. Yeah. You want to be a fireman when you grow up? I want to be a fire dog. Well, it says FD on your hat. FD. You know what that stands for? Yep. Farmer in the Devil. No. Never mind. Well, Officer McNeely's here today. Where? No. Over there. Look behind you. Oh, turn around. Look at this way. Look. Hi, Officer McNeely. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, and it's a real special day today, Inspector. You know what day it is today? Yep. Tuesday. No. No, it's a special day today. Oh, Thursday. No, I'll tell you what, I'll give you a hint. You're going to hit me? No. I'll give you a hint. Listen. Yeah. So what day is it? Wednesday. No, it's somebody's birthday. Oh, George Washington. No, it's your birthday. No. Yeah, it's your birthday, so we're going to have a cake and we're going to have a candle. A candle? Yeah. Uh-oh, what? It could be dangerous. Well, it could be dangerous, but that's why the fire department's here. Oh, it's a big candle. No. a fire can start from anywhere, so we might make sure that the fire department's here because we want to think about fire safety. Oh, what's so safe about fire? Yeah. Well, Inspector, there are good fires and there are bad fires. No. Yeah, now a good fire can warm our house and cook our food, and a bad fire, that can destroy property and hurt people. So it's important to know the difference between the two. So let me see if I can help you out. Let's say that you and I are going on a camping trip. Okay, let's go. No. Just pretend. Yeah. All right, now we're going to cook something. Let's say we're going to cook hot dogs. Now we're going to cook these hot dogs, and we're going to put them over the... What's the matter?
Not hot dogs.
Why, what's the matter?
I hate hot dogs. Hot dog, get it?
All right, we're toasting marshmallows.
Yeah.
All right, we're toasting marshmallows.
Oh, give me one.
Never mind. All right. Now, on the campfire, now would this be a good fire or a bad fire, Inspector?
Oh, a good one.
All right, well, let's ask the boys and girls. What if we left that fire burning and we decided to leave the area? What kind of fire would that be? See, that could be a bad fire. What about playing with matches? What about a cigarette lighter? What about a birthday candle? What is that? What if we left that candle burning near some curtains somewhere? See, as Inspector, it's important to know the difference between a good fire and a bad fire, and you should only have the fire around when there's an adult supervision, and that's very important. Only have adults around wherever there's a fire, and that's important. Well, now, Inspector, we're going to play a game because it's your birthday, and what game do you want to play?
Wheel of Fortune.
No, we're going to play the sound game that you recorded on the tape recorder, all the sounds that you recorded for us. So we need a young lady to help us out first of all. So let's see, this is a tough decision today. Oh, let's see here. All right, this young lady right there, you had your hand up first, you come right up here and stand right next to the inspector. And what's your name?
Jennifer.
How old are you, Jennifer? 70? No, she's 7.
Yeah, are you married?
No, she's not married. No. Oh, I'm very glad that Jennifer could come up and help us out.
Who?
Jennifer.
Where is she?
She's right next to you. Woo! Now we need a young man to help us out, so let's see here. Oh, this is a tough decision today. All right, this young man in the striped shirt there. Yep, you had your hand up first. You go up here. All right? Now go right up this way. And stand on the other side of Jennifer over there. Okay, stand over there. And what's your name?
Hi, Chris. How you doing? Yeah, you look like Hulk Hogan. Cheese.
All right, now Jennifer and Chris are going to help us out. We're going to play several different sounds that have to do with emergency situations. Now, all of these sounds are on the back by the door there. They're a smoke detector and a police car and a car horn and a bell and a radio and a whistle. We're going to ask them to help us out. They're going to listen to the sound, and then they're going to go over and point to the right one that sound comes from. So, Jennifer, you have the first one, so listen carefully, and then go pick out the sound that it belongs to and the sign that it belongs to.
Here you go, Jennifer. You ready? Here we go.
And go pick out the one it is. You'll point to it and see if she can figure out which one it is. And which one do you think it is, Jennifer? No, that's the car horn. All right, try again.
Yep, let's see.
Excuse me. Try again. Which one do you think it is?
Okay, let's see. That's a smoke detector, and that's the car, and there's the horn, and there's the bell, and there's the radiator, and there's the whistle, and no, that's not it, Jennifer. Try again. Let's see. Okay, let's see. No, that's the smoke detector.
The bell is right. Give her a round of applause. Very good, Jennifer. Very good. And that's a sound you might hear in an emergency, whether it's at the fire station. Sometimes they have a bell at the fire station, but sometimes they have a bell for a fire drill. And that's really important, too, to be quiet during a fire drill and listen to emergency instructions, because they want to tell you the right direction to go. And if it was a real fire, they might change directions during the middle of the leaving the building. So it's important to be quiet during a fire drill. Well, Jennifer, you did a great job. That's the right sound, so we're going to give the next sound to Chris, and let's see if he gets it. Ready, Chris? Here we go. Let's see if he gets it.
This broadcast bring you a special news bulletin direct via satellite from our on-the-spot task force.
What do you think it is? He's going to try to figure out which one it is.
Okay,
The radio is right. Give battery inside a radio in case of emergency, whether it's for a weather condition or emergency, whether it's a fire emergency or a car emergency. It's good to have a radio, and it's good to have batteries inside the radio. So we're going to give Jennifer the next one, so let's see if she can pick out the right sound where it comes from. Here we go, Jennifer. You ready? Here we go. That's long. Go ahead, go pick it out. Which one do you think it is? The police car is right. Give her a round of applause. Very good. That's the sound of an emergency vehicle, and that means to stay out of the way of their area because they're going really fast, and they're not looking out for you. Oops, you have to watch out for yourself. Okay, Chris already heard that sound. So, Chris, which sound do you think that is? Oh, is that it? That's right, the whistle. Give them a round of applause. Very good. The whistle, that's the right sound, that's right. And that's an emergency sound that you might hear from a police officer. Well, let's see, we're all tied up, and I think Jennifer has one more sound that she has to listen to and try to guess where it comes from. So we'll give her this sound and then see if she gets it right. Yep. Ready, Jennifer? Here we go. The car horn is right. Give her a round of applause. Very good. Very good. And that's an emergency sound, too. You might hear a sound like that for a personal vehicle, and they might be taking somebody to the hospital. So that's a sound you might hear in case of an emergency. And Jennifer did a great job, so let's give her a nice round of applause. Thank you, Jennifer. You can sit down. Very good. Thank you, Jennifer. Bill, like Chris. Chris is still here. He's got one more to go.
Yeah, this will be simple.
Why is that?
There's only one left. He's gonna get it.
Yeah, all right, right. All right, well, listen to the sound now, and then you, Chris can go point to the one that, Inspector, you know, what happened?
What?
Where's the sound for the, Chris, which one didn't we use up there? Which one didn't we use yet? The smoke detector is right. Give him a round of applause. Thank you, Chris, for helping us out. You can sit down. Inspector, there's no sound down there for the smoke detector.
Oh?
There's no sound. What happened to it?
I didn't record it.
You didn't record the sound for the smoke detector?
No.
Why is that?
Well, didn't have a battery in it.
Why didn't it have a battery in it?
I took it out.
You took the battery out of the smoke detector?
Yeah.
Where did you put the battery?
In the radio. I like to dance. Uh-oh. Officer McNeely.
That's not very good, Inspector K9.
What?
Here's your smoke detector.
Yeah.
There is a battery, but it's not connected. Did you ever take a battery out of a smoke detector?
No.
Okay, did you put it in a radio, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's not good. Okay, Inspector K9, I want you to listen very closely when I talk to kids about smoke detectors. Maybe they can help me teach you about smoke detectors. Okay? Does everyone have smoke detectors? Okay, how do you test the smoke detector? First thing we do, we have to make sure the battery's in, right? So we'll put the battery back in that Inspector K9 forgot to do. Okay. We'll close it back up. Can someone raise their hand if they know how to test the smoke detector? You know how to test it? Well, you can stay there. Just tell me. You know how to push the button. Right, okay? We push the button to test the smoke detector. And it has to be a loud noise to make sure we wake you up at night, okay? Because what does the smoke detector do? You tell me, what does it do? If there's a fire, to get out of the house, right, it smells smoke, okay? And a smoke detector can't smell smoke if it's not working, okay? So that's very important. Now, how often should you test a smoke detector? Once every 6 months? You know how often? Every month, right. At least once a month, Mom or Dad should test the smoke detectors. Test each one in the house to make sure it's working, okay? Now, if I had a house that had like a first floor and a second floor, should I just have one smoke detector? How many should I have? As much as you have floors, right, at least one per floor. If you have more than one per floor, that's great. Some houses are a little bigger, they need more than one per floor, but at least one at each level. At least one in the basement, first floor, and the second floor. Okay, that's very important. Inspector, did you hear all that?
Yes.
You think you remember all that now?
Yes.
Okay, now we have a holiday coming up, Christmas. And a lot of times kids get toys. You're probably going to get some toys, right? I thought so. And a lot of toys need batteries. Are you going to take the battery out of the smoke detector? You hear that, Inspector?
Yeah, that's dangerous.
You think you remember all that now?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you
Very
for
good.
helping out.
Very good. Let's give him a nice round of applause for helping us. Very good. Thank you. See, Inspector, this is a sound that can save your life. See, when you go to sleep, your nose goes to sleep, too.
No.
Yeah. So this would wake you up and tell you that there's a fire, and then you have to change the batteries in it 2 times a year.
Yeah, like when I change my socks.
Yeah. You change your socks 2 times a year.
Yep.
Well, then I guess that's how you remember how to change the batteries in your smoke detector.
What color socks have I got?
Yeah. What color socks are you wearing now?
Yeah.
I don't want to look, but blue.
Uh-oh. Well, I gotta go.
What do you have to go for?
Gotta change my socks.
All right, I'll let you change your socks and you can change the batteries in the smoke detector. Give my friend Inspector a round of applause. Thank you. All right. And all right. Very good, Inspector. Thank you for helping us out. Well, while the inspector is changing the batteries in his smoke detector and changing his socks, we're going to play a game. Now, at every birthday party, they always have a game called Pin the Tail on the Donkey. Well, this is the same type of game, except this is a game that could save your life. Now, all of these sounds are very important emergency sounds, but the most important of all is the smoke detector, because that is the one that can save your life. So we're going to turn all of these around because they actually spell a person's name, but they also stand for something very important, something that we should practice 2 times a year in our house, and that is the word Edith, and it stands for exit drills in the home. It's good to practice 2 ways out of the house and to practice our exit drills in the home 2 times a year. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that right now. So we need a young man to help us out. So let's see here. This is a tough decision today. Let's see here. Let's see this young man right here in the blue sweater. You go up here and help us out and give him a round of applause for helping us out. Hi, what's your name? What is it?
Jared.
Jared. What is it, Jared?
Jared.
Jared. Jared. That's a good name. Now, Jared, I'm glad that you can help us out today, because Jared, I'll tell you what, you're going to help us out. You're going to play that game like Pin the Tail on the Donkey, except if your room was filled with smoke, you might not be able to see the door. So I'll tell you what, we're going to play put the doorknob on the door, and we're going to have you try to find the right spot to put it on. Now, the boys and girls are going to help you out because we're going to give you a blindfold, and they're going to tell you hotter or colder. And if you're getting hotter, you're getting closer to where you're supposed to put it. If you're getting colder, that means you're farther away. And if your house is really filled with smoke, you might have a hard time trying to find the door. So, Jared, we're going to put this on just like that. Very good, Jared. Now turn around, face the door just like that. Stand right there. Let me get the doorknob for you. And let's see, hold your hand out. Very good. There's the doorknob. Just take 1 step backwards, Jared, just like that. And Jared, the door is right in front of you, but go really slow, okay? Because we don't want you to get hurt. And they're going to tell you what they want you to do. Jared, let's see how you did. It's really hard to do, and very good. Jared did a good job. Give him a nice round of applause. Thank you, Jared. Well, you know, everybody's yelling for him to do something. It's very difficult in a real situation like this. If his room was filled with smoke, we wouldn't want him to reach for the doorknob anyway. We want to make sure that there wasn't a fire on the other side of this door. Just like you're yelling hotter or colder, it's the same thing in a fire situation. If it's hot, the door is hot, you wouldn't want to go outside the door because there might be a fire on the other side. And if it's cold, it might be safe to do it. So we wouldn't want you to be standing up. We want you to crawl really low toward the door if there's smoke in your room, and because heat rises and smoke rises. And we want you to touch the door, but not with the front of your hand, because this part burns really fast. This is the back side. This is not as sensitive. We want you to touch the door, go really low, and start going high and seeing if the door is getting hotter as you go up. And if it's getting really hot as you go up and touch the back of the door, you know there might be a fire on the other side, and you have to try to find another way out of your house or another way out of your room. And most important of all if you're in an upstairs room, try to open the window and just wave a pillowcase or a sheet or a blanket out the window so the fire department knows that there's somebody on the second floor and they have to come and get you. Well, if they come in, they're going to have a tank on their back and they're going to look like they're from Star Wars because they're going to have they're going to have some kind of mask on so they can breathe and breathing apparatus. So it's important not to run away from them or hide in a closet or under a bed. It's to yell out your name and tell them where you are. And that's very important. But to practice exit drills in the home and to find 2 ways out twice a year is really good. Well, every time I've seen a birthday party, they've always had somebody do a magic trick. So we're going to do a magic trick right now, so we're going to need a young lady to help us out. So let's see here. Somebody way in the back, that young lady way back there. You had your hand up first? No, the other one. She had her hand up first. I saw her. Come right up this way and give her a round of applause. And come right over this way, right here. And what's your name? Jennifer? Jennifer, you're going to help us out, Jennifer, because you and I are going to try to do something magical together. And Jennifer, since we're talking about fire, I have my magic wand right here. We're going to leave it right on the table, all right? We'll leave it right here so everybody can see it, and we don't move it. We're just going to leave it right there. Jennifer, I also have a big deck of cards. And Jennifer, one of these cards in here reminds me about fire safety. Because every time I see this card, it reminds me about being safe from fire and some very important rules that I can remember. Now, Jennifer, all of these cards are different. There's an ace and a 3 and a 10 and a 9. They're all different cards. But Jennifer, one of these cards is my favorite card, and I'm going to see if you can find it. So Jennifer, I'm just going to cut these cards a couple of times, and I want you to hold your hand up just like this with your finger, just like that. And Jennifer, I'm going to go through here, and I want you to put your finger on any card that you want to, all right? Any one you want, just put your finger on it, okay? And keep it right on it, okay? I'll move it right to the top, all right? Keep it right there. Jennifer, do you want to change your mind, or are you happy with this choice? You are? Okay, Jennifer, we're going to give you that card just like that. Now, Jennifer, you could take any one of these cards, but what card did you take, Jennifer? Which one? The what? The 2 of hearts. Let me see. Show the audience the 2 of hearts. That's the one. That's the one, Jennifer. That's my favorite card. The one I knew she was going to pick. The 2 of hearts. That's exactly right. Jennifer picked this card. That's the one that reminds me about fire safety. That's really good, Jennifer. What's the matter? Jennifer? They don't believe me. Jennifer, remember when I told you I had my magic wand on the table? Jennifer, this is my favorite card. Because I had my wand sitting here all the time, and Jennifer, this is my favorite card that I was hoping you'd pick. The 2 of hearts. And give her a nice round of applause. Thank you, Jennifer. You did a great job. Very good. And that is my favorite card because it reminds me to change the batteries in my smoke detector twice a year, to practice my fire drills in the home, exit drills in the home 2 times a year, once in the summer and once in the winter. And it also reminds me to change the batteries in my smoke detector. And the heart reminds me that the firefighters risk their lives and give their time to help us in the event of an emergency. So we should give them a nice round of applause today. Inspector K9 has changed the batteries in his smoke detector. I hope he, Inspector, okay, all right, turn it off. It's all done, Inspector. You're back again. I see your smoke detector's working. You put the battery in, and anything you have to say?
Yeah, what? Where's the cake?
Where's the cake?
Yeah.
That's what you have to say.
Yeah, where's the cake?
You get your cake in just a second. I wanted to ask the boys and girls a few questions here. How many ways out of the house should you know in case of a fire? How many ways? Just say it. 2 ways, that's right. Should you check the door with the front or the back of your hand? Right. Should you stand up or crawl really low? Very good. What would happen if your clothes catch on fire? What would... That's right. Stop, drop, and roll. That's what we didn't even cover today. That's my favorite song. What's your favorite song? Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah, stop, drop, and roll over.
Yeah. All right, I'll tell you what. If you sing your song, Inspector, I'll give you your cake, okay? All right, I'll do it then. All right, go ahead. Sing your song.
Stop, drop, and roll.
stop, all right?
Where's the cake?
You and the cake. I have your cake. You did a good job. The boys and girls helped us out today. There's your cake, and it's right there in your dog dish.
Yeah, right.
It's in there.
Yeah, right.
It's invisible.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's invisible. You just can't see. What kind of cake do you want anyway? Chocolate or vanilla?
Dog food.
A dog food cake.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get your cake by magic.
Yeah, right.
All right, at the count of 3, the boys and girls will say happy birthday, and then you can have your cake.
Yeah, oh, sure, yeah.
All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. And see, Inspector, they said happy birthday, and I think your cake's almost done here. Ooh. Let's see. I think it's done. Ooh. Let me see. I think it's done. Let's see. Good. There's your cake. Very good, Inspector. Give him a round of applause for helping us out today. Very good, Inspector. So you have your cake, and that's...
Where's the candle?
The candle.
Yeah.
Well, since the fire department's here and there's a lot of adults around, I do have your candle right here for your birthday and your birthday wish. So I do have the candle. It's right here, Inspector.
Yep, that's a nice one. It's really good.
What's the matter?
It's not lit.
I know it's not lit. I know. What are you going to wish for?
Wish it was lit.
Alrighty, I'll help you out. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Very good. Give the inspector a round of applause. Very good. Okay, so now you have the candle, you have the cake, and what else would you like?
A present. Yeah.
You want a present now?
Yeah.
What do you want?
New doghouse.
I didn't get you a new doghouse. I got you something else instead. This is just as good. This is a book, and this I got your picture on the cover. And we're going to get one of these to the boys and girls. If they haven't got one yet, they're going to get one soon. It tells them a lot about fire information, and it's a really good book. And we want you to go over that with your family and friends to help you learn more about being safe from fire. And I think the inspector did a great job today.
Yep, I gotta go.
All right, let's give him a nice round of applause. Thank you, Inspector, for helping us out. Very good. And we hope you enjoyed our show today. We want everybody to stay right where you are because we're going to return it back to the fire department and Officer McNeely. So thank you very much and have a real nice day. Thanks a lot. Bye now.
We can have a nice round of applause for Bob and Inspector Kane. They did a great job. Okay, we covered some very important fire safety rules today. Most of them are probably a review for most of you because you're older kids, okay? The stop, drop, and roll, and the 2 ways out, and crawling low and smoke. But it's good to practice these. Sometimes you forget them. And it's good to make sure that your older brothers and sisters and mom and dad know how to do these. Sometimes they forget too. And there's just one more thing I'd like to cover today before we end the program, and that's calling the fire department in an emergency. Now, we're in Centerville, Oswald, and Marston's Mills Fire Department. Now, what number would you call for them? Does anyone